Then I saw the right hand of him who sat on the throne, a scroll with writing on both sides and sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a mighty angel proclaiming in a loud voice, "Who is worthy to break the seals and open the scroll?" But no one in heaven or earth, or on earth, or under the earth could open the scroll or even look inside it. Book of Revelation, chapter 5, verses 1 to 3. Okay. Oh, there's no controller support here. Ultra. 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 That's it? Wow. What did he see but his master just sitting there crying bitterly? Just then the trap door to the cellar opened, and several devils emerged. They tore the master's skin open and ate his flesh. And one of the devils possessed the miller by crawling into the skin that was left over. Why is the animation speed 1.5? That's a little concerning. Difficulty Zaka normal. Is this like a Russian game? Okay. But apparently there's no controller support. I didn't know. Could have sworn that this game was let me see here. Full controller support, but so what's going on? Maybe I need to restart the game or something. No, because this controller's been here, sitting here all this time. Well, let's check the discussions. See if anybody say anything about controllers. Look at all the Russian posts. Problem with controller input. Notice the range of hotspots, retractable your element to become and stay visible is a bit low. Sometimes you have to stand in the right exact spot for something to even show up. Okay, we'll just use the keyboard and mouse, I guess, and see what happens.
Once upon a time, evil spirits dwelled here in humans, and since they still do. I will tell you a story. It happened long ago, even before the revolution. It happened here, not far from Cherden. I heard my grandmother tell it. A man was fostering an orphan girl. He was a Noah. Everyone called him Old Yegor. She didn't want to become a witch, but he taught her his craft. She was to be married to a special young man. I can't recall what exactly happened, but this young man took his own life. He was later buried beyond the gates of the churchyard.
She was that awful to him?
Which meant that he would pass straight to hell. As for the orphan, Vasilisa, she refused to accept it. She was intent on bringing back his soul from the inferno. To do this, she would need to break the 7 seals of the Black Book, which Old Yegor kept, and retrieve him. And it was for that reason that Vasilisa agreed to become a witch. But to become one, she needed to be initiated in a banya or at a crossroads. And so, Vasilisa set out for the crossroads.
I'm not sure about this story. Morteshka. So this is like a Russian developer or something from that region. Sherdine Oyed's Perm What governor? What? 18 something? Man, I thought this was like a fantasy story. It is so hot in this house right now.
I slept poorly last night.
Okay, so I can't even use the controller.
Been waiting, hoping for you to return. But you haven't. You never sat at the table. Where are you now, sweetheart? Where you had it? Relatives, from the warm summer, departed. There's no entrance or exit for you, it seems. God, Mother Earth. There isn't even a church at fence to hold on to. Enough. I don't believe you would do this to yourself. It'll all be well. All will be well. I'll accept this apology from Grandpa.
It's so low.
But there's no other choice. I'll drag you from that road myself. Sleep for now. Sleep. I won't be long.
She's gone crazy, seems like. To the crossroads, candle, grave, thicket. They didn't bury him in the holy ground. Unclean dead, they say. I will never believe it. He couldn't have done this to himself or me. I need to go to the crossroads. The pine needles are golden with the sun already. The trees are whispering. The wind is so cold. Or cold. The sun is setting. Old Igor must be wondering where I am by now. So they will always say three things. Potentially. So this is more like a point and click game. Adam's head heals minor wounds. A useful thing on any journey. Okay. What is this? Oh, just close. You can't even just go anywhere you like. Oh, there's WASD. So how come the controller's not working? Is this one of those games that only works when you're using big picture with the controller? The spring is so hot this year. I don't have time to work in the field now. Soon the Chort, a demon or devil who can serve as a Condor's familiar, as they did for old Igor. Okay. Let me just check this, because controller. Full controller support means that the controller should just work, but it doesn't. Initiation of a witch. Okay.
The darkness of the night is filled with anticipation. You're at Mikhail's crossroads, along with old Yegor. You know the ritual that has to be done, but you've never thought of what might happen once it's complete. However, the time to draw the circle has come.
The crosses look old. It seems people were buried here quite some time ago. Clearly the Golbets gravestone in the shape of an izba, or a hut with a schematic roof. The word also refers to the settler of an izba. Mark the graves of the unclean, otherwise why would they be near a crossroad? They say Mikhail, the merchant, was killed here by factory workers on the run. That's why it's called Mikhail's Crossroads. Is it possible he's under one of those Golbets? Sheridan, 16 miles. Solikams, 102 miles. Narab, 21 miles. The milestone has been here for a long time. The paint is almost gone. Oh, there's old and enchanted candles from old Igor's hut. With their help, you can draw a circle that can offer protection against evil spirits.
So, have you found the candles? Well done. All by yourself at that. Seems my teachings were not lost on you after all. Now let's draw a circle. Be careful not to leave any gaps, otherwise we'll be crushed by evil spirits.
I've made a circle. Is it alright, Grandfather?
The circle is drawn. No gaps, good. Too late to dither now.
Think that I can help him?
Sure you can. You can do anything when you have the book. So says the legend. Well, go on. It's time for you to take my knowledge. Such a long time we've spent together. Parting with it is bittersweet. Well, take it. Would you look at that? What power emanates from the book?
That reaction.
The seal is open. It seems great sorcery lurks in you. Well, think about it later. Now speak the words I taught you.
Oh, Grandpa. I'm scared. I don't know if I can.
Don't you fret, Vasya. If you run, you'll perish. So come on. speak the
Don't fret, if you
words.
run, you perish.
Soon you'll be a witch. I know you
okay.
won't falter.
Usually when you say don't fret, you'll be okay. But instead, don't fret. Here's what's gonna happen if you if you fuck it up.
I'll get up without crossing myself, but I will go to the crossroads. On the crossroads, I'll draw a circle and step into it, and I shall speak. Good merchants, come and buy my cat. For this cat, give me neither inconvertible ruble nor a fine hat. But bestow me with knowledge of the dark, and eyes with vision sharp. So as I have said, so it will be. My words are stone.
Here are your merchants. Now listen carefully if you value your life. To become a witch, You have to defeat this demon. Time for your first Zagavar.
Each battle consists of turns. You and your enemy take turns, but you always get to go first. You win when you destroy all enemies before you, reducing their health to 0. This is a black book. It contains all of your Zagavor. Try using the word Urazi. Okay. Press this button to recite your Zagavor. The pages you had previously turned have changed. The book alters the pages each turn. Enemy attacks can be blocked with defense. A defense shield you from damage with disappears on your next turn. Recite the page Avdelai, which has the effect of defense.
Such enchanted words protect from demons, but this protection fades quickly. Now draw up a complete Zagavar.
Zagavor.
This demon is nearly beaten. A couple more spells to rid the world of it. Enter this mall. You'll be a witch as soon as you return. Well, safe travels.
Well, I thought maybe I can just go back. Seems a little underwhelming so far.
How do I open the seals?
Oh, can't figure it out by yourself, girl. I'm disappointed in
I'm curious. Can the Black Book grant any wish?
you. Indeed, as legend dictates. Who knows? Perhaps you shall meet your beloved soon. Who is worthy to open the scroll and break its seals? No one on earth or beneath it has ever been able to open the scroll or look upon it. Yet.
What sort of devil are
who is this? I'm your chief advisor. It is I who grants you the powers of a Khaldun. We will become better acquainted in time, I presume.
Let me return to the land of the living.
Not just yet. Have you forgotten your purpose? I made you a witch. How many demons will you take on for your service?
Well, I will certainly need the help of demons. So give me as many as possible.
That's the spirit.
What? You have just committed your first sin. They say that the fate of the Khaldun witch is to burn in eternal flames with no chance of absolution. The outcome of some events of the game is yours to decide. Your sin counter will change according to your decision. The number of sins affect your choice of replies as well as possible game endings. They say each person has an angel on the right shoulder and the devil on the left, but to whom you turn your ear is entirely up to you.
But you are still too weak. Soon you will have 3 charts at your command. That's enough for now. Now go. Perhaps we'll meet again. If you manage to open the seeds.
What? What? Well, are you
So
awake?
spicy!
The sun rose while you were coming to. Had to drag you home. I understand it's not easy to pass through the devil's domain. So, you've seen it?
Huh? Are we home? Seems like it was all a dream. The devil made me a witch.
Well, then it is a good day. What did I tell you? You should have become a witch a long time ago.
New by Lika? What's
Well,
that?
What's done is done. The legend says that your wish is behind the 7 seals. I could never open the first one. Here's the second seal. The Aspen one.
How do I open it? Maybe it was the demon at the crossroads that opened the first.
Perhaps. I think that demons do play a part. But what spirit is the Aspen one? I'll have to rack my brain a bit. Maybe there's something in the books. You yourself are a witch now. I knew that you would not let me down. The news of your enlightenment has spread already. Must be the Suset case who told the heads of the families. Now people will come to you for advice. I am old now, not many teeth left. My Khaldun powers are waning. Now it is you who will help the people around here. Perhaps you will even find the right demon for your problem. Well, while you were coming to your senses, I've already spoken to most of the visitors. There's only one left. He's waiting behind the door. Look around for a start. Your book is over there, on the table. Do you remember how I taught you bookbinding? Afterwards, see to that visitor of yours. Some evil spirit has been giving him trouble. Got it?
Have you yourself met this devil?
I was initiated as a Khaldun once.
No shit.
I saw this devil who gave me my charts. I couldn't even lift the first seal. And you, all you needed was one touch, and it's gone already. It seems there is great power within you. Got it?
Got it.
I got it, Grandpa. Time to get to work.
Look for the spirits around the district. Maybe we'll get lucky with the seals. We should not tarry. Who knows? Perhaps after 40 days have passed, we won't be able to help.
Traditional memorial service held on the 40th day after the death of the departed, after which his or her soul leaves this world.
God bless.
Such a weird freaking game. Okay. Red corner, what?
So, Vasya, have you taken well to learning the mystical arts? Are you curious enough to learn some more?
How's our Isba built?
It was built long ago. Lots of people have lived here since. More than half a century ago, it seems. All according to old rituals. You know them by now.
Traditional Russian countryside dwelling. They are commonly found in forests, forest steppes, and on the banks of rivers. Usually izbas are built from conifers. On forest steppes, izbas are sometimes built from birches. Even though this type of tree is rarely used in construction, the interior of an izba is laid out according to tradition. Coins and other offerings to the guardian spirit of the house are placed on a shelf in the red corner. By tradition, the hearth was always placed diagonally to the red corner. Okay. Onomasticon? What is this? The mill that stood still. A man from Vyatka once lived in our village. He would tell us stories. One involved a miller that had to make offerings to a shishiga, or else she would prevent the mill's mechanism from turning. As an offering, he gave part of his stores of flour, grain, and breadcrumbs. One occasion, he forgot and offered nothing. Sure enough, the windmill ground to a halt. When the man went to investigate inside the mill, there was a shishiga sitting on a grinder, threatening him with her finger outstretched. She suddenly vanished. The miller gathered some tobacco and threw it at the shadow in the corners of the mill at midnight. The windmill started to turn again, and the shishiga stopped causing mischief. What? It isn't easy being a Koldun. Becoming one is a terrifying experience. People tell a lot of stories. One in particular comes to mind. A man decided to punish his neighbor for changing the boundary of his field to a neighboring one. He went to Koldun and asked, "Give me a chort with which to curse my neighbor." The Koldun replied, "It's not as simple as that. Do as I say and you will have your chort." He then told him they would need to go to a banya at midnight. So the man gathered his courage and took along his rifle and his cross. "Oh, it is a scary at the banya." What? He loaded his gun with his... It is as scary at the banya? I'm kind of disappointed with this game so far. He loaded his gun with his cross and shot at the hearth. A fiery dog emerged and opened its maw. The only option was to climb inside. Even though his instincts told him to, he stopped himself from making the sign of the cross. He recalled the last moment that if he did so, he would lose his hand. He climbed down into the hearth, of course. What would you have done? As soon as he entered the maw, he saw fidgety little people sitting behind set tables. "I want one small chort with which I can curse my neighbor." The imps replied matter-of-factly, "We come in no fewer than 3. The man awoke in a banya with 3 chorts. "Father, give us work, we want to eat." He gave them a cat to curse and some other small tasks. More and more chorts appeared. He tried to keep up with the demands of the chorts, but he soon grew exhausted in mind and body. In the end, the chort took to entertaining themselves with the villagers until all of the inhabitants were cursed. Chirdan Uyeds was located in the northern part of Perma gubernia. Finno-Ugric beliefs were closely interwoven with those of Christianity, creating a unique culture blend. The first trade route to Europe to Asia passed through Cerdan, transforming every river, creek, mountain, and hill into part of European and Asian history. Okay.
But I don't remember who built it. My grandfather, I suppose.
How can I recognize evil spirits? How can I know when they're before me?
Simple. You've been to the world of the devil, and now you'll see everything for what it is. The only thing is, the darkness will see you too. Demons and spirits will track you down, and as soon as you glance into the darkness, you'll feel their eyes upon you as well. Be strong. Such is our fate. You make your own way.
So how did you become a Khaldun, grandfather?
A Kundun.
I was born in Gilgard, the 6th son of my father, Yevlan Pichurov. It was a big family, not the richest though. When you have so many mouths to feed, it's hard to save money. But we lived well as a family. The house must have been built well. That is to say, I realize this now. Then one year, a 7th brother was born. Timofey he was called. He was a good lad. He grew up, but I didn't look after him well enough. Heavy is this sin of mine. I still feel guilty. Vasya, having chores is a trivial thing. You would do better to protect the ones closest to you, to fight for them. It's knowledge that gives us strength, for we harness their own power against them, with the shorts under our control. One day I was looking after Timofey. We were playing with the other children, but I lost my patience with the boy. I cursed him severely, sent him to the Leshy.
Calling word spirits were masters of forests and sometimes fields and meadows. They control the weather and also animals and evil spirits who inhabit their domain. Hunters and shepherds have come to an agreement with Leshis and offered them gifts and bargains.
So the Leshy carried him away. We never found Timoshka. He'd vanished. Oh, it's hard to bear these scenes myself. So hard.
Well, he deserved it.
So I decided to become a Khaldun. I wouldn't let the Dark Ones harm my family ever again. Or so I thought.
Wait, wasn't he the one who sent the, he wanted that kid to disappear, right?
Well, I'll tell the story of how I became a Khaldun later. Ask me tomorrow. It's hard to remember all these things of the past. You'll understand when you're as old as me.
No, I have to go, grandfather. We'll talk later.
No, I have to go. Grandfather says that in days of old, they used to bury people under the stove. That is how the domovoi come to be. Yeah, I know about the domovois from Cul-de-Sac. On this screen, you can change the page composition of the Black Book. On the right-hand side, you see the current page composition of the Black Book. On the left side are pages available to you, but not in the current Black Book. What? On the left side. This side? Why is it pointing here? I didn't mean that. Careful what you click. So these are just available pages that we can purchase, and this is our Black Book. Okay. Goblets Isba's cellar. Old Igor says that that's where the domovoi lives. I've never met one, but I once saw a black figure standing still in the corner of the house. I've learned to divine from a Sudesco someday, if I see one, that is. We don't have a domovoi. Must be difficult to live with chorts and coldoons under one roof. There are a great number of books in this collection, illuminated books of old as well. The black books are not kept here, however. They're in a secret compartment near the furnace. I'll read all these books one day. To be a knower. Much more than wrangling is so much more than wrangling chorts. Okay. The peasants seek your advice and your help. You cannot continue onward until you hear the monologue.
So, Vasya, have you taken well to learning the mystical arts?
Why is it saying
Are
that there,
you curious?
there was a
I have to go.
exclamation mark on him? So that's why I clicked on him. Oh, what is this?
God bless Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa Fyodorovna.
God bless.
I come bearing gifts. Some flour for your household. Please, hear me out. I won't waste your time. I'll tell you straight away. Something terrible is happening at the mill. We were working in the night when suddenly we heard some strange sounds, and a shadow began to darken in one of the corners. Such a deep blackness. We ran for our lives. You are known for your knowledge in these matters. What should I do now?
During the night shift at the windmill, we heard some strange sounds and saw some strange shifting shadows. What could be behind such emanations?
If you answer a knowledgeability question correctly, you will receive an experience reward, which is an icon of a tooth. Sometimes your answer will influence in-game events. Recognize the correct answer. You have to carefully study your surroundings and the onomasticon, which you can open at any moment from your menu. You can also receive hints by pressing your knowledge button. However, you will only get half experience. Why we want to do that? So, I see. So that's that must be a what's the name? Shishiga. It's a Shishiga.
Why do you work at night? Demons are at work.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know about this game. This is so weird. I thought they're pagan. I guess not, because why would they believe in a witch? But then they're saying Jesus Christ. I'm so confused.
Well, how do you think the millstones turn? Not by the wind alone, obviously. It's forbidden to work a windmill after nightfall.
Really?
What do we do now? I did everything right when I built it. Please, help me. I have this old item that you might find useful.
You'd better cough it up if we help you.
Dang.
All right, Vasya. Look into what's going on with that place. The demon there may be of use to us, you know?
I'll find out what's going on with each one.
Oh, thank you. I was told you wouldn't let me down. Goodbye for now.
He's not your average miller. Usually they consort with a leshi, but this miller has some short. Well, I'll study these seals while you're off dealing with the mill. And to make your trip a bit easier, take this herb. It is called an Adam's Head. It will heal you up if anything goes sideways.
Yes, please give me some head.
Time for you to be on your way. Evil spirits won't quell themselves. Well, you get all that? Wanna ask anything else?
Where do I find this windmill?
Don't you remember the one to the north of Vilgord? The devil haunts that place at night, people say. Go there and be back home by sunrise. We have much to do.
How do I use the herbs anyway?
Well, it's quite simple. Use them in battle to close up your wounds.
Got it, Grandfather. It's time to go. See you tomorrow.
Ah, wait. One more.
See you tomorrow. I thought you were supposed to come back before sundown or something. Oh no, she has to go at night.
I've sent a chork to Kusheva village. He must have cursed someone. Go there and fix it. You'll earn some money in process.
Wait, he sent a demon to some village so that she can pretend to. What is this? This is a scam. Because then she'll earn money.
All right, Grandpa.
What is this game? You're now on your travel map. Every night it will display different locations. You may go on your way only after you speak to all your visitors. You can visit any available location. However, your health recovers only after you accomplish a task and return to Isba. You'll go visit your main task location. However, you can't reach it without visiting all of the other locations along the way. The game autosaves each time the location changes. You can also save your game manually, in which the game will save as soon as you enter a new location. That is so confusing. You can open the map by clicking on your present location. We wish you the best of luck exploring northern lands of Shardina or Yezdukudia. Deal with the miller's chorts. The supplicant says that this chort stopped working the grindstones and started to damage the mill. You have decided to pay the chorts a visit and set them down the righteous path. I thought all you have to do is just give them some food, like in the story.
You were being stealthy. You hear a familiar voice calling out from one of the windows overhanging the street.
Master, wait! I have business with you. Hush! We'd better whisper. I've got this neighbor and I hate her guts. So curse her a bit, will you? Here's a killer curse or something. Not a strong one. I've got a gift ready for you.
Yes. You want to pay me to curse someone? I will curse someone for you.
Very well. I'll do it. Just while up by tomorrow, we'll see.
You read a simple curse and take your well-earned reward.
Oh, but you get a plus coffin. Well, I'm a witch. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to make people have diarrhea. Small village to the west of the Kova. I've been there a couple of times with old Igor when Oligar had to heal some cows. This is a place he sent Chort for a job.
You notice a noisy family gathering in front of one of the houses. It's unusual to see an entire family out on the street at this hour. Strange, muffled sounds are coming from inside their house. Falling cutlery, furniture moving around.
Good evening to you, Vasilisa. God himself has sent you to us tonight.
No, but your grandpa sent that demon there, right? So this is a scam.
Everything has been turned upside down in our house. The enemy of man is haunting our house. The devil himself is here. Everyone is scared senseless. How did it manage to get in here? It's no simple matter for a chort to get inside a human dwelling. What did you do yesterday? We just had some tea. Natalia likes it a lot. She's quite fond of tea.
Unless it's like a translation issue, maybe the grandpa sensed that the chort was going to this house, you know?
Then we prayed and went to sleep. And in the middle of the night, it all started.
What? Ritual behavior. Ritual or behavior reinforced by custom is inseparable from mythology. It is often believed that specific events are a consequence of another. For instance, a peasant suffering misfortune after forgetting to cross himself is perceived as being punished for not observing a ritual. This has resulted in all sorts of popular beliefs. Dishes not locked away at night or crossed become a refuge for evil spirits. A sick child or a changeling needs to be thrown across the threshold of a house inhabited by spirits who were lured there by the killing of a rooster during its construction. After some time, the underlying reason for a ritual becomes forgotten, leaving behind only the ritual itself. Crossroads are one of the key points of travel between the world of the living and the depths of the underworld. It is a place that exists as a boundary between worlds. This is why the heroes of fairy tales often stopped at crossroads. They must choose their path. However, any path they choose leads to the world of unliving, the so-called Tridev Yato Sarsvor, the faraway kingdom. It is here that they must battle the serpent, or Koshe, who embodies the undead, as well as overcome other difficult challenges. As any neophyte initiation, the sorcerer called Koldun has to pass through the maw of the beast at the crossroad, a banya, whatever may constitute a boundary space. Most often, the initiation took place at a banya, and that is why the beast is often represented by a fiery dog. In different cultural traditions, the neophyte has to pass through the maw of the totemic ancestor. Interestingly, in the Sherdin region, this tradition has been partially preserved. In the geographic zone where Russian people interact closely with the Komi people, Kolduns have to pass through the maw of the white swan, Capercaillie, pike, lizard, or bear. All of these totemic ancestors are Komi Permians, and we can see the evidence of this in traditional bronze plaques and amulets. Okay.
Tea time turned into a short invasion. I wonder why these demons appeared in the first place.
Forgot to cross the tableware?
And did you make the sign of the cross over the samovar?
That must be it. We didn't mark the samovar with a cross.
You must do this. And please remember next time.
You are such a great knower, Vasya. Please, won't you help us? Don't leave us this way.
Oh, very well. I will help you. It's no good sleeping on the street, is it?
Thank you, Vasilisa. Have some milk for you, Johnny.
Some
You come
milk.
inside the Izba. Everything is in complete disarray. The Chorts have certainly had their way here. You make the sign of the cross and take a couple of careful steps deeper inside. The demons have made a mess. They threw the dishes and cooking pots around, but luckily, the brass utensils seem to be intact. The most damaged part is the shrine in the corner. The icon cases are damaged, and the candles are broken.
The Red Corner is one of the most important and mystical places in an Izba. It is similar in importance to the hearth, since it plays a central role in the home. It is most commonly in the right-hand corner of an Izba, across from the door, even in some northern Russian traditions where a porch is situated in an unusual manner. Most likely, ancestral idols were once placed atop these shrines. Following the arrival of Christianity, it became home to the icons of the saints. The other name for the Red Corner is Bozhnitsa, which means a god's place, and it always housed a small icon lamp. The head of the family sat in the corner and oversaw holiday feasts. Additionally, before the funeral, the deceased body of the family head was placed on a table with his head below the Red Corner. When entering an Izba, a visitor would make the sign of the cross over himself while looking at the Red Corner, even if there were no icons present. Okay.
You approach the overturned samovar. Suddenly, it shakes and starts to move. and red eyes light up the darkened room. A demon is here.
Ooh. Oh, cool. But they're gonna attack for 5 now. Six. Wow, 6 damage. The page remains active for 1 turn. I don't understand that. The page remains active for 1 turn.
The elders of the family bow to you and thank you for helping them. They also give thanks to God for bringing you here. The girl, Axinia, assures you that from now on every jar in the house will be crossed.
Okay, I think I'm gonna stop for now. Interesting game though. It's
The silver glow of the moon catches glimpses of foul water. The chilled northern night air is split by dull croaks coming from the swamp. You take a step back, then another one. You turn around. A black silhouette of a demon is right before you.
Okay. I'm gonna make a decision when I want to keep this game. It's very interesting. But I'm not too sure about it. You know, I'm not too sure about the game. So let me just sit on it and decide whether or not I want to keep this. I mean, once we started doing the whole battle thing, I mean, just the beginning part was underwhelming for me. But now that we get to the kind of like the meat of the game, where it's almost like a Slay the Spire-ish. Because I don't know how this is gonna work. I mean, is this just a long story, and then like all the quests are gonna be formatted this way? You know. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's just a little underwhelming, even though it's starting to get a little bit exciting. And I like the part about all of these different Russian traditional Russian culture being infused into the game. So like some of the things that I didn't know about, like having like the corners set with different things, picture, and what was it? You have to set the corner opposite to the entrance of the house. Whatever that was, it was really an interesting read. But yeah, I need to kind of sit on this game and decide whether or not I want to keep it.